Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, I'm going to talk about Card Party today. So I went to Card Party, and there's just incredible stories that I do have to share. And I thought about just opening this up, like thumbnail and title, with everything about CTR is a liar. And send him this video just because that intro would be funny. The dude's like 7'10", like as in 7 foot 10 inches tall. The guy's who? Why does he sit there with like the microphone on top, like he's just like he can't reach? No, liar. Anyway, the one thing I took away from this is that, first of all, I thought Rev was actually going to be pretty short. Guys, I used to work at a gym, so like with shorter guys, they grow out instead of up. They got to do something, no offense, but they tend to try to get buff, and Rev's pretty buff. And so I honestly just thought he was short. I thought CTR and Vault were going to be like my height. They were all just tall. Like, what is going on here? Anyway, they were actually super genuine. Talking to CTR, I called him out because he goes, "No, I know who you are. I recognize you." And I said, "Oh, yeah, BS." He actually pulled out his phone, showed me he was subscribed. That was a cool takeaway. I had no idea Pat Flynn was involved in like businesses and networking, stuff like that, which for me is very huge because, again, Pokemon for me, side thing. It's like a mental break from all the other stuff that I do, from running businesses, and I've been doing stocks for 11 years now. You can't have emotions in there. And in the YouTube world, that's ridiculous. If you ever find a stock person on YouTube, it's I'm the only way, everyone else sucks. So I kind of want to talk about, again, Card Party, my story. Just don't have to repeat it ever again. And then we're going to open up this little box. Little box because it's a Japanese 151, but I do have to share a couple extra stories real quick. I did get to meet Danny Phantom. Again, if you guys don't know, as far as the story of this channel goes, I've had a mentorship. Again, I've been doing this for 11 years. Stocks. I talk about price action. That's how I make my living, income. Anyone who ever has an issue with money, you need to know the things that I know so you can just stop worrying about money. And I genuinely believe that. But anyway, a video comes along, and here's Danny Phantom. This time I don't know who he is. All I see is just some little nerdy kid breaking down, talking about price action on a card. And I literally laughed out loud, and it made it into one of my mentorship videos privately. This wasn't a public thing. That night, not him, but I said, guys, you never believe what I saw today. Someone was breaking down price action on Pokemon cards. It's like, these guys will break down anything. And then the next thing you know, PokeRev pops up in the news feed. And the coolest thing I thought or saw was he actually rated PokeVault's chat. And again, in the YouTube world, for me, that's a no-no. You saying somebody else's name? Are you kidding me? And so I really thought, like, oh, holy cow! Here's a community that actually does like that. It's not just a well, at first I was kind of like, okay, pay to play, because I will say Vault had sent him like a $2,000 mystery box. I was like, okay, go over here. Everybody go subscribe because he sent me $2,000. Kind of thought that's what it was. But I did check out Vault. Vault rated somebody else's chat. And I thought, oh, okay, this is it. I genuinely like this community. And I've said this before on my stock channel when Pokemon Go came out. Pokemon Go came out, again, the phone app. There was two lines. The people that made fun of the people at Pokemon Go, and then the Pokemon Go people playing it. They're out there just playing. You walk up to a crowd of people, and instantly they're your friends. How insane is that? The world can afford to have more of that. So I was instantly on the Pokemon Go side of things. Like, here's someone you can just, if you have no friends, and you know there's a raid going on, walk up, start chatting it up. Not a single person would think twice. And instantly just came into this the Pokemon world that way. So shout out to Danny Phantom. I got to tell him that story. I told him, I was like, dude, I laughed at you. I did not know it, but he was also a super cool guy. CTR, very genuine. You could really tell these guys. I've met some people before, and their responses are such cookie cutter. They just can't wait to get to the next person. They're just counting down to how many people I have to meet before we get out of here, kind of thing. Anyway, super cool. Shout out to everybody, right? Pat Flynn for putting it on. I'm going to be at the next ones, which is going to be Pacific Northwest and Tampa, Florida. Yeah, I got to be there for him now. Because what I couldn't stand, what I couldn't get enough of, and guys, so what I like to do is surprise people. People that don't expect it, people that just, they don't get it. I don't know. I can't get enough of it. So I do want to shout out this lady. I wish I got her name. Anyway, I did buy one of these shirts, 100%, from the Bulba store. And I was walking around. Somebody else said they liked it. They wanted one. I went back to buy them one, and she remembered. And there's a discount for buying multiple. And she remembered and just said, since you already bought one, I'll give you this one. which 100% didn't have to do. I thought that was great. I was like, that's awesome. Nice thing. I wish I was. They were giving out nice cards if you did something nice. Hang on. We did like this card right here. For getting in the Guinness Book of Records, you got one of these. And they had one for nice. I wish I had some so I could give it to her. Now this right here, he's a subscriber. He's been meaning to pack battle me for a while. So I'm just walking around, and I see him say DK. Nobody knows me as DK. Everyone else that did know me knew me as Don Fron, and that's my name on the other channel. Anyway, he walks up to me and he says, I've been waiting to pack battle you. I have your mystery pack with me. I was hoping to see you here. Now, he didn't know this at the time of me taking this picture, but he had actually just lost his luggage, lost his trading binder, and some medicine, and he told me his top card was this Bulbasaur. I instantly went on a mission. Now, he did not know, but while he's talking to other people at the table, I went out and bought this card for him, which, shout out to everybody. I forget who I bought it from, but anyway, $40 card or $80 in a PSA 10, and that's the first one that I saw was PSA 10. I was like, I'm going to buy this and crack this thing open for him. He was able to take this card, trade it for one that he wanted, which was cool. I could not find him a binder, but I almost found him the medicine that he needed. Anyway, neither here, not it's prescription stuff, but I didn't realize how weird that was going to sound until I said it out loud. Anyway, I was on trying my hardest to find everything I was going to make this day. So I'm laughing because he has no idea. I'm about to show him that. He thinks we're just taking a picture. But the most before I get on to the next one, there was a little girl. I'm at this other table buying a. Actually, hang on. I'll pull these cards up. We can see they did have some grading on the spot. If you guys recognize the box, CGC. Whoa, easy. My bad. Anyway, just to go over some. I think I traded for this. I'm not sure what. First of all, if you traded with me, you got the deal of the century. I'm giving stuff away. But I didn't tell anybody that till the end. This one's for me, 100% for me. I, unfortunately, wanted to see the movie so bad when I was a kid. I wanted one of these cards. I could never have it. Anyway, they were at the show, so I went and bought this card and then had it graded on the spot by CGC. It did get an 8.5. But so I'm at this table buying this box. So I bought this box like $150, 130, 20, around there, somewhere around there. And it had these in there, so I instantly pulled these cards out and the jumbo card of this right here. Sent that off to PSA. They weren't doing overnight, so I'll get that in a couple months. As I'm buying this box, this little girl comes up to me and says, do you have any Pokemon cards, Silver Tempest, for $1? And shout out to the person who traded me the Spanish Ninetales that almost didn't even catch. I was like, yeah, we'll trade. Ninetales. Anyway, so I'm at this table. And I said, as a matter of fact, I do have cards. I actually have 20 hits out of Silver Tempest and a Silver Tempest blister pack just for $1. The mom's telling me she has no idea about Pokemon. This is like a new language for her. I said, come to my table. We'll get you taken care of. Now she goes through all my cards. She picks some out. She goes away. She's happy. She loves it. Comes back and says, is the whole box $1? I had a whole box of hits. I said, no, it was just a special deal for you. Laughed, went on her way, right? And then shortly after, this kid comes along. So this is Sawyer. And this is a whole story in itself. Now he's here, him and his mom, and they're looking for Pokemon cards for his brother that couldn't make it. Now they all like it, but the brother couldn't make it. Now I'm not going to share their whole story, their everything like that. But I was like, oh man, that's really touching as to why the kid couldn't be here. They talked about going to Argentina for a procedure that's very expensive in America. So we're going overseas. And then she mentions like Pokemon cards, very hard to find in Argentina. 95% of them are fake. And she said bringing 12 cards. Guys, 12 cards that were bulk was like Christmas over there. I laughed. I said, oh, wait till you see what I send you with next time you go. You think 12 cards was Christmas? I'm going to make you guys this day. So Sawyer, he just wasn't having it. I'm like, yeah, picks them out. They're yours. The look on his face, he was like, you would have thought he robbed a bank. He's like, no, I can't take that. I was like, no, you are. Like, you are. I'm a lot more hard-headed than you'll ever be. I promise. So he finally picks out a few cards. And as soon as we break the ice, I'm like, don't worry, you're going to take these cards with you. It's going to be fine. He goes to another table. The mom's still picking out cards for the brother. Goes to another table, comes back and says he needs $15. I think it was from Mystic Rift's table because it's right next to him. And so I give the kid $20. Before the mom could even say anything, I'm like, here you go. Here's $20. Go get the cards you want, and if there's any extra one, get that. And the kid like freaks out. He like jumps back. I did tell him like I'm not offering you like candy in a white van. I promise. Take the money and go get the cards. And that right there. So I finally convinced him to take the $20. And he just puts his arms up to give me the biggest hug ever, which was amazing. And little did that kid know, he just unlocked the whole table. I was sharing a table with somebody else. The cards they picked were someone else's. I bought all of those for him. Someone came along and was selling Sun and Moon boxes. So I bought one of those. We cracked open Sun and Moon, and we did a pack battle. And you guys wouldn't believe this. So we pack battle, and we tie. We both get a GX card. You'd have thought they just came in every pack. So I had him autograph mine. I was like, I need your autograph this time. So he took his card home, and then he gave me his favorite card, Rainbow, Professor's Research. I told him how cool this was because I actually do collect the Rainbow cards. So if I even see that kid on this channel right now, I'm telling you, the cards he's about to get next, it's going to be unstoppable. Meeting him like that was amazing because so being in stocks, mentoring, and money, I get sob stories all day, every day. And if this was a sob story to get free cards, the mom found the right one at the right time. Everything about it was just amazing. But again, I genuinely like people that just they don't expect it or anything like that. Gave him the everything that kid wanted. He left with, and he's gonna do it again. So shout out to Sawyer. I hope I do see you again. If you have any questions ever, man, you are a lifetime friend. All right, so moving on because I probably care about that more than you guys do. I did buy a mystery box. Penny was the one card I got. Now, if you guys have been on this channel, you know I need 2 cards to complete the 151 English binder. Charmeleon, you might think, I've seen you pull that 700 times. And in Japanese, you are correct. Might even be 750. Oh, hang on. I need that card. Boom. And I needed this card. Now, I don't know what the deal is with this. If I ever see any more of these, I'm going to buy them. I went to every table, and turns out I was not the only one asking for this card. Every table said, you're not the only. People keep asking for this card over and over and over again. I went to one table, 2 tables, in fact, had just sold one. That was it. I finally found the last one. So if there's ever going to be a chase card, it's going to be the Blastoise full art because apparently they printed 4 of them, and this is one of 4. It's unique. It's like a Corvette. If you ever talk to a Corvette owner, just know that theirs is the most unique, the fastest, and the rarest one on Earth. So anyway, the Japanese 151 is now complete. I did open up an Evolutions pack. I got this. Apparently that's a chase card. Anyway, I need this to complete the set. It's not anywhere near complete, but I did pull the reverse. And then another rainbow card. Shout out to Scarlet Games. She hooked him up with that. Just because she knows I like rainbow cards. She had an extra, so she hooked it up. Let's knock out this situation. I don't have a knife. Anyway, Sawyer's mom, hope you're watching. Hope I see you guys in the comments. Since I gave you all those cards, you guys have like a knife I could borrow? I might really have to go get a knife. This is awkward. This is why people edit videos, huh? All right, I got it. I thought about opening these cards as I was telling you all of that, but if you guys remember the one time I was talking about Rev and opening up cards, talking about Poke Rev and manipulation, and I pulled the Aerodactyl, the one case for manipulation, and I pulled up pack 1. Which I got to say, a special shout out to Poke Rev, because I even told him, I said, listen, I'm really sorry, but if your picture or name is in the thumbnail or title, instantly thousands of views. He just laughed. He said everybody does it. Don't even worry about it. He was super cool about it. I think it's super awkward. It really is. Having to use other people for that. There is a YouTube game that gets played. You kind of have to farm like that. You got to play the algorithm. You got to play the game. It's just, it's not me. It's awkward. Or like if I ever include somebody in the thumbnail or the title, it's because I actually want them to watch it. I'm actually talking to them. You know, not because I want you to shout me out, just because I probably think you're a cool person. But anyway, let's rock and roll. So shout out to Rev for not thinking that was just incredibly awkward. Or he's really good at just playing it cool. In that case, still, that's a special talent. BSing people, when someone's BSing you, it's pretty easy to tell. For me, at least. Unless I find out Sawyer. Finding out Sawyer was just, or the mom was saying that just to get hard. I'd be heartbroken because that was a good story. All right, so we got the Persian Pokeball. Wait, did we not get? There's supposed to be a reverse in every pack, right? Did we not do that? Was it like dark or something? Oh. Wow, we opened up the Master Ball first pack, and I almost not threw it out, but tossed it. Master Ball War Turtle. There we go. So we got one of the originals. I don't know how I'm going to organize all this. This is just going to be a mess. I'll sleeve all this up. I promise. There's usually somebody in the comments later like, you need to sleeve it. I will. I promise. Easy. Look at CTR. The guy Ninja Star stuff. I can't even open a pack of cards without hitting the camera. Give me some slack. There he is. Bulbasaur, the main character. Poliwhirl. Gyarados Hollow. I guess let's put the hits over here. We got to get through this because I'm on to the next. I will say next year at Card Party, I will probably have a cameraman or just record a lot of things. Again, I just don't. Can we get the Blastoise while we're at it? Squirtle. Yo, and a Charizard. EX, where are we at on the EX situation? Okay, Jinx. Once the secret's out, it's not fun being nice when they expect it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to anybody else? I like just that shock. And I don't like if you got a camera in someone's face, then they know something's up, you know? But anyway, it was such a great experience. Venonat. And a Ditto Hollow. I just hope I see Sawyer or Sebastian show up in these comments. Sebastian is the brother. Just know that you're about to get hooked up. I promise. Just let me believe that story's real, and we're good. We got Abra Pokeball. Chansey. Yeah, I mean, I believe that story, and I have trust issues, guys. What are we doing? Pokeball. Okay, there we go. Anyway. What else we got? Is anybody still collecting this? Apparently there's a reprint of this, and it got really cheap. So as far as investing goes, let's get that back up here. As far as investing goes, I think the Japanese 151 might be a great deal right now. Because when I was buying these were at one point $200 a box. They are significantly cheaper now. Beedrill Pokeball and a Mewtwo Hollow. I need the Mewtwo Master Ball. Which I know we're not going to get because, well, we already pulled the Master Ball. Anyway, if you can find these were there for $55. So I bought a couple. Shout out to the people selling those. I really thought, I was like, are they Korean? Are they something? Why are they so cheap? Turns out, reprint. And price action, just the ebb and flow. Man, it's like diluting shares of a company, which is 100% what they're doing. But, man, it made a great opportunity. I do think you're going to have creators opening this stuff up. There's going to be a lot of reasons why you should probably pick this up and hold on to it. Probably both English and Japanese, if I'm being honest. Ooh, is my camera jumping around? Eradicate. Vileplume. What do you guys think? How'd I do on the card situation at Card Party? It was an expensive trip. The people I went with, I paid for everything. I was like, hey, why don't we just split this? Why don't we share this? He's like, yeah. And then it was just, Don's got it. Don will pay for it. Bought a bunch of cards for people. Bought some cards for myself. How did I do? How did I make out on that? Essentially, I paid $3 or $4 grand for a Mew 8.5, which is apparently a hard one to grade. There's Charmander. Beedrill Hollow. I guess I gotta sleeve this one up. The little fire lizard himself. I wouldn't mind the Charizard. I don't know if I have the Charizard, to be honest. I don't think I have the Charizard. Do they have God packs in this? Seeking. There we go. And the Ninja Starfish. I'm really have to look at my Japanese binder and see what I have. I really don't know. Oh, if you guys want to see the coolest stare down, go to my Instagram, PokeDK Show, and look at the stare down Pat Flynn and I had. When I went to the meet and greet, he was the only one I waited in line to meet. They were just taking a whole bunch of pictures, and one of them looks like we're both showing our knuckles. The way we're resting our hands is similar, and it just looks like we're having just an absolute stare down. Like there can be only one. So I thought that picture was absolutely hilarious. Is that Ammonite? Ammonite fossil? I don't know the name of that, but I just know he turns into Ammonite and Amistar once you revive him. Was he asleep, dead, or how does that work? Far-fetched Pokeball. And Flareon Hollow. Oh, Sebastian or Sawyer, if you see this, you guys like Japanese cards? Is Japanese like a thing? Or no? When I was a kid, man, Japanese, I thought that kid had everything. He had a Japanese card. Wasn't in English? Holy cow. I did meet Dean and Poke Chloe. This is their card, by the way. Didn't talk to them. When I was with Rion, actually, and took them up there and took their picture. They still are confirmed the nicest couple in the. I know they're not a couple. They're like the nicest people on the internet. Can you imagine if someone said something mean to Poke Chloe? She would probably. I don't think she would have a comeback. I think she would unravel. Maybe she might be mean, but she has to be the nicest person I think in existence. Diglett. We'll let CTR say what that is. Is this professor doing some research? Little young professor? Why isn't my camera doing that? I don't have this card, so I know I need that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, last pack magic. Let me know how I did. And let me know, are you guys going to Card Party next year? Or what? And which one are you going to go to? Pacific Northwest or Tampa, Florida? Charmeleon. There we go. And a Wigglytuff. Got lots of, I think a lot of new Pokeball ones that I needed. Anyway. Again, shout out to everybody that I met. Everybody that got that bought cards for me. Everyone else, by the way, if they came up and bought cards for me and said, oh, I need these 3, and there was like $5, like, you can just have it. It's not worth me even, not to brag about money, just not worth it. I'd rather just see that smile on your face. So shout out to everybody that came to my table. Please. I'm going to wear a mask next time. But anyway, you guys all made the experience huge for me because that's something I absolutely love is just seeing the everyone else's smiles. Anyway, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a good one.